Welcome back to Conqueror Conversations, the YouTube home for nonprofit changemakers. If you're ready to grow smarter, fund bolder, and lead with confidence, you're in the right place. In our last video, Design with Community, Human-Centered Program Tips, we explored the 3 phases of human-centered design: inspiration, ideation, and implementation. Now we're diving deeper into that last phase, implementation, where ideas stop living on paper and start meeting real life. And this is where monitoring and evaluation, or M&E, enters the picture. Because implementation isn't just about building fast, it's about learning fast. Human-centered monitoring and evaluation is how we listen, adjust, and grow in real time. It's what keeps good ideas from failing quietly and helps great ones scale confidently. So, in this deep dive, we'll unpack how monitoring and evaluation fits into the design process, and how you can collect the kind of feedback that actually strengthens your programs and deepens your community impact. Let's start with the basics. Monitoring and evaluation sound technical, but at their core, they're about one thing: learning. Monitoring is how you track progress in real time. It asks, are we doing what we said we'd do? Evaluation looks back to reflect. It asks, did it make a difference? And how can we make it better? In human-centered design, M&E lives inside the implementation phase, the stage where you're testing pilots or prototypes, collecting feedback, and refining ideas before scaling them. Instead of treating M&E as a post-project audit, think of it as your learning engine. It keeps your team curious, grounded, and responsive to what's actually happening on the ground. Because when your measurement system listens to people, not just data points, your programs evolve faster, smarter, and stronger. Here's how M&E comes alive during implementation. Imagine you're prototyping a youth mentorship app. Monitoring might look like tracking user signups or how often mentors log in. But the human-centered twist? Asking, what's making it easy for you to use this? Where are you getting stuck? What would make this experience better for you? That's listening through feedback loops, not waiting until the end of the project to find out what went wrong. Then comes evaluation. You pause to look at what you've learned, not just from numbers, but from real stories and experiences. Maybe the data says engagement is high, but interviews reveal mentors feel overwhelmed. That insight leads to change, simplifying the interface, adjusting expectations, or adding micro-support sessions. That's human-centered M&E in action. Data meets empathy. It turns every check-in into a learning moment, and every adjustment into progress. When you treat M&E as part of your design cycle, not the end of it, growth stops being an afterthought. It becomes built into your DNA. Because this work isn't just about scaling fast, it's about scaling right. Here's how to do it well. 1. Ask better questions. Go beyond, did it work? 2. Who did it work for, and who did it leave out? 2. Prototype small, learn big. Test with a few, learn deeply, then expand with confidence. 3. Create feedback rituals. Make listening part of your rhythm. Debriefs, check-ins, reflection huddles. 4. Share what you learn. Transparency builds trust. When people see you adapting, they feel seen. That's what makes your programs human-centered. They evolve with the community, not to the community. When you listen and adapt this way, data turns from a chore into a compass, guiding you toward what truly works. Human-centered monitoring and evaluation isn't about ticking boxes. It's about staying curious. When you listen deeply, you build empathy. When you adjust boldly, you build trust. And when you grow consistently, you build an impact that lasts. So let's stop measuring for approval and start measuring for learning. Let's build systems that serve humans first, because that's where real progress lives. This is Conqueror Conversations, where we bridge data and design, systems and soul, structure and story, and where every lesson is a reminder that growth doesn't start with answers. It starts with the courage to listen. Thanks for watching Conqueror Conversations. Don't just let your mission survive, make it thrive. Subscribe for more bold practical strategies to grow your nonprofit.